Yeah! Can everybody hear me, or are we both deaf? Lloyd, need to turn your sound on. I can't hear you. Nope. Can anybody hear me? I want you to want me.
I know you can hear me now.
There we go.
Something's screwed up here. I don't know why. Anyways, so I just use my mic right now, and at the end, I'll switch back over to the virtual audio cable. I don't know what in God's name happened, but wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, I know what the problem is. Let me try this one more time, and then we'll get.
Hello, Kai.
Yeah, let's bring in our guest.
Right.
Hello, Kai.
Howdy, y'all.
Hey, how you doing?
Another day in paradise. How are you guys doing?
Can't complain. I'm going to try switching my mic one more time. Let me do something real quick.
Well, I'm going to hear him for a while.
Okay.
You're a little hot.
It's going to be the Art and Kai show tonight.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Was Lloyd as a silent partner?
What? Oh, come on. Can you guys hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me? You guys are messing with me now. All right. Now that's all right. See, I couldn't see your reactions because I had yeah. I forgot there's an extra button I have to hit on. I don't know why it does that, but it saved it wrong. And anyway, it's just, this is the complications you run into when you're doing a live stream.
Well, it beats having a floating QR code around your screen.
Yeah, what was that? I didn't see any of that because I didn't watch it. Today what I did was I watched the commercials on YouTube because that's all I cared about. And I watched about 1 minute of the halftime show, and I'm not into rap. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's people that thought that was great because they saw all them old time rap people in there, but no.
Well, the thing about all these old time rap people is the fact that they're still alive.
I know. That's the amazing part. Like Snoop Dogg.
They seem to have a very limited life expectancy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm surprised at how many of them were. Yeah.
That QR code was an ad for Coinbase cryptocurrency. And evidently it worked because people scanned that code and it crashed their website.
Oh, is that what happened? I saw something about too bad they didn't spend more money. They paid $13.3 million for the ad, but they didn't put any infrastructure in, spend any money on their infrastructure, apparently.
Yeah, that's right.
That's almost a bad word to use nowadays, infrastructure. Yeah, it's been so misaligned. Anyways.
Collapsing.
Yeah. Okay, let me run through here and say hi to everybody real quick. Jaybird, hello. How you doing? Trevor, hello. Northside Hawk Drone and Tech, hello. Jimbo Shark, glad to see you here. Artco, yep, you're here. Let's see who else we got. I said Jimbo Shark. Oh, Oz by Drone, yes, Greg, and I think I sent you a link, but Eat More Possum is here. Of course, Lone Star. It's Thunderbird 6. Glenn's here. Okay. And Grant Smith. Mr. Stay Drunk.
Dre.
Oh, Dre's here too? Yep. Wow. We got quite the crowd. Yeah, Eric, yes. Eric, email me your address. I'll get your prize to you. And it may take a few weeks because I don't have your address and I don't know the next time I'm going to be over to Fort Smith. I still have the gallows out there from when the hanging judge was there, and I'm kind of leery going any place that has gallows on public display like that. So, I try to stay away from the gallows. But anyways, yeah, that was
your age. You know, you ought to be familiar with the flopping in the breeze. I mean,
yeah. And Kai, I want to apologize. I did not see your email until after, like 11 o'clock after the show. I'd come in here and I thought, last thing I did that night was check my email, and I saw it pop up and I go, oh man. So, and I also want to apologize personally for misspelling your name last week, because you are not a Kia.
Nope, I'm not no damn car.
And I don't think you could get
idea.
I'm not even sure you could get into a Kia.
Yeah.
No, the larger ones I can.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, just like
He does shop at IKEA.
Oh God. And the jokes. See what I got to put up with every week, Kai? This is what I have, you know, and I not only once, but I do it twice a week with him.
Well,
And
well, we can reverse it. I know Art shopping there too, because that's the only place he gets a booster seat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I end up with edgy parts. What's up with that?
You know, I've
called reading.
Oh, reading
pictures. I mean, you don't even have to read print. You just have to read pictures.
I bought a sink for our cabin. It was a kitchen, all, you know, standalone by itself setup, and it was all, you know, all aluminum. And I put it together, and I am a firm believer in reading instructions. I read the instructions. Everything went together just fine. It was good. The instructions were understandable, went together, but I still came up with extra parts. Probably, you know, like to, because I'm sure that, you know, everybody's done at least once or twice. You drop a screw somewhere and then you can't find it. So I think they put in extras for, you know, people with like me. So, and, but anyways, so how's your day been, Art?
Oh, pretty good. Busy working today. I watched the football game with Rick Enstrom over at his son's house, and his grandson Ryan, he helped solder the motors back onto my Tiny Hawk Freestyle.
Oh, okay, good. So you got that,
and he got the new power plug soldered on for me.
Oh, so now you can just run regular 2S?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yep.
And Kyle, what do you got? What's been going on with you? As far as what's
going on with me?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
You want to have a peek at my latest?
Yeah. What is your latest project Ooh,
nice.
Oh man.
Ooh, that is cool.
That's a VTOL, right?
Yep.
Why is one prop forward and the other two are up? Is it just
well, the one needs Viagra.
Okay.
Feel better now?
Hello, Jody. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. This
side's gone limp.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So are you going to try and fix that?
Well, there's a server in there that holds it. One position.
Oh, the server's server's not okay.
It's not a prostate issue.
And then you flip a switch, and these front motors flip forward.
Okay.
And then it goes into flight.
Right. Yeah. Let's add our next guest in too. That is awesome.
Mr. Ron. Hey, Ron.
Do you like flying it, Kai?
Oh yeah. It's
hello, everybody. Hello, Kai. Good to see you on set tonight.
Howdy, Ron.
I had the pleasure of meeting Kai at Spin Up last fall.
Pleasure. Was I drinking?
Well, yeah.
Kai represented the state of Texas well down there. A great ambassador for the state.
Well, you know, I've always heard all my life about Texas, and they said everything's big in Texas, and Kai is the perfect example of that.
Yeah. Even though I'm not even Texan.
Yeah, where are you from originally?
Germany.
Oh, you're from Germany originally. I know you go over there and visit. Well, how long you been in the?
German?
How long you been here in the States?
A long time. 34 years.
34 years. You've been here long enough to pick up a Texas sounding accent, that's for sure.
No, 30 years. 30 years. This year will be
30 years. Yeah.
Kai, is Germany as big as Texas?
No.
Okay.
No.
Nothing as big as Texas.
Except for Alaska, yeah.
But we're going.
Although Germany is the most populous
and
country.
go up there and take care of that shit.
Yeah. Would you say, Art, Germany is the most populous?
Yeah, it's got
country?
like 80, 90 million people in Germany.
It's a lot of people.
Wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Germany, Art?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to Europe yet. That's one of the places I would like to go. I've been to South America and Asia.
Yeah,
And welcome, Bob Casey. We got Jody from Drone Shots and Bob Casey here. So,
hello, Jody, Bob, great guys.
Yeah. Please hit the like button. I got to tell you, this has been one of those days. I bought me a new coffee maker. I wanted one of these that was a combo. It would do either a pot of coffee or a single cup, because some days I feel like drinking more than one cup, or one tumbler full, and so I bought this Black & Decker one, and I followed the instructions. I tried it. I went online. I looked at what people said about it and how to. And I didn't have the problem that everybody else did, and that was when you first start it up, it comes on and it says add more water. This is after you've got the tank completely full.
Okay.
Well, so there was a guy that's put out a video, and I think it's called Just Dads is the name of his channel, and he put out some good videos about this. And he tells you how to pump it and get the water to flow into the system. Well, I played it smart. I went to Mr. Coffee to check out their site. And, they said, well, if you hold down these two buttons for 5 seconds and let it beep, and then it'll start, and then, it'll start the pump running, and then you're good to go. You can put a cup under there because it's going to pump some water out. So anyways, I did all that, and that was fine. The problem I had is it has an insert that goes in the main coffee filter. You put this insert in, then you flip up the lid on it, and you can drop in your K-cups or your reusable K-cup filters. Okay. And then you snap it down, slide it in. It's supposed to automatically switch over from cups related to the carafe that comes with it to ounces related to the size of cup you want to use. Well, it wouldn't switch over. So I called their customer service, and of course I got Mumbai right off the bat, so and I explained in great detail, very meticulously, what the problem was. And then she comes back, she says, so it doesn't brew coffee. And I'd explained to her that it will brew a pot of coffee, but it doesn't do the individual cups.
Single size, right.
Yeah, it's the single size. And so after I explained all that, and then she says, it doesn't brew coffee? I said, no, it does brew coffee, but it doesn't do the single cups. I don't understand. I said, how about this? How about you look at the instructions for my coffee maker, and you might understand what I'm trying to tell you. And I'd given her the model. I told her what it was, and she hadn't looked it up. She was just going by the flip cards that they use there,
Reading off
so finally, yeah, she's trying to, and she didn't. Finally, she says, can I have the model number again? So I gave her the model number, and, oh, yes, here it is. Oh, and have you done this? Yes. Well, would you get the little number off of the prong? What prong? What are you talking about? What model number off of what prong? A little number. I said, off the metal prong. I said, I don't know where that metal prong is at. She says, where you plug it into the electrical outlet. I said, why didn't you say off the plug? Okay. So I had to get out some magnifiers, and read this little number. I read it to her. And finally, after we went through all this, and she says, and you have tried this? Yes. I just told you I had. And you've tried this? Yes. Well, we have wonderful warranties. If you'll send it back, we'll send you a new one. I said, I'm not paying to send it back. She She said, "Oh, no," because she gave me the address, and I said, "I'm not paying to send it back to you. It's your problem, not mine." And she says, "Oh, well, we're going to send you a FedEx shipping label, and you can ship it free of charge." So that's how I spent all weekend trying to get that damn coffee maker working.
Now, Lloyd, where did you purchase coffee maker at?
I bought it at Best Buy, but we don't have one here in town, and I didn't feel like driving up to Tulsa to get it, so I'd ordered it online.
Right.
And I would have still had to send it back to him or take it up to him, and which would have been easier, just take it back to him and been done with it. But so I got that. So I got that mailed out today. And by the way, my wife, I think, is still listening, and I want to wish her a happy Valentine's Day. And for those of you that have partners, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. It's just another excuse for me to eat chocolate candy. So, but
now, Lloyd, since it's Valentine's Day, the most romantic holiday of the year, do you have some advice for romantics out there in the audience tonight?
The best advice that I could give to anybody that wants to have, obviously, no matter what you bought them during, you may have bought 3 or 4 weeks early and had it shipped in. Make sure you have something for them when they get up on Valentine's Day, because even though you may have bought them a new laptop, they might forget that came in last week. My wife didn't, thank God. But I did have something for her when she woke up. So, but my best advice to successful marriage, because mine's 40 plus years now, 2 words: yes and dear. That'll get you out of anything.
Good job.
At the end of an argument,
the advice.
At the end of an argument, always make sure you have the last words. And those last words are, yes, dear.
Yes, dear. That's it.
Well, getting the last word in.
And here's the advanced version of that is, yes, dear, you're absolutely right, dear. I will never do this again, dear.
Exactly.
We're getting some first class advice today.
Well, I tell you what, I told my boys that when they're in an argument with their wives, no matter, even if you prove your point, you've lost the argument, because now you've made them look foolish and they're going to hold a grudge. So you lose the argument.
Well, sleeping on the couch is kind of like camping was a big screen TV.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, wives love dish towels and mops.
Yeah. Buy them dish towels and mops for Valentine's Day. That's going to win you a lot of brownie points. Hello, Chris Hope.
Oh, Chris Hope's out there.
Yeah, he just popped in. And
was the new
actually,
I bought you a new, right?
Greg, how long you been sitting there?
Too long.
Oh my God! I just happened to notice and
Roy was busy giving out romantic advice, Greg, so you have to excuse him.
Yeah, something like that. But he's absolutely right. Yes, dear, absolutely. You're right. The only bit someone says, I'll never do that again. You don't want to say that, because if you say you're never going to do that again, it's probably something they wanted you to do in the first place.
That's true.
Depends on how severe the situation is.
Yeah, sure. That's true too. That's true. And just so you guys know, I'm giving this advice because I'm doing it, with reservation, because I don't want to give out too much advice and then have my wife come back on, because she's listening to the show. I did get her a new laptop. I got a new Dell laptop for Valentine's. And so she's in there listening and she's looking at the camera right now, giving me dirty looks. So
at least our viewership's up this week, though.
Yeah. I appreciate it. We've actually, I'm getting a different crowd. Hello, Maddie. How you doing? Bob Casey, I know I mentioned, 39 years with my wife. First 15 were a little rocky, but she hung in there, bless her. Yeah. First couple of years with my wife were a little rocky. Well, actually it was on the rocks, usually in my hand with a, once it was no longer on the rocks and I quit, that's, yeah. She gave me an ultimatum in, 38 years now since I've had, I think Yeah, I think it's 38 years. It was 38 years in on New Year's was the last time. It's the last hangover I had, and the last time I was drunk, and the last time she chewed me out for that. So,
Too much coffee.
yeah.
Now you guys
Oh.
hear about that guy that comes stumbling out of the bar and goes in the parking lot and pats down on top of the car? Just walks through the parking lot, pats down on every freaking car. Finally, somebody comes up to him and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Well, I'm looking for my car." "Well, how you gonna find it?" "Well, it's the one with the lights on top."
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do my normal shameless plug, but I am going to do a bit of a shameless plug. Some of you guys may have noticed I'm drinking out. I've redesigned the Grumpy Vlogger. I want people to be able to see that logo on there. So it covers right at half, a little bit more than half of the mug.
Boy,
And
does that mug have to be for sale any place?
yes, it is. You can find it. There is a link in the description below where you can find my merchandise.
Mhm.
So that's the Grumpy Vlogger mug. A new item we have, the pint glass or a half pint glass. What is that? A half pint, Greg?
What's a pint?
Oh, anyways, you don't go to the pub and order a pint?
No, we have middies and schooners.
Oh, well, anyways, that's a half pint glass, I believe.
You
And
don't drink half pints
Hey,
anymore.
Ron.
yeah, I don't drink half pint. Well, hey, it's good for Pepsi or Dr.
Coca-Cola,
Pepper,
yeah.
which, yeah, any of that stuff. Also, and these are samples that were sent to me, but I also got the new water bottle. And I wanted people to know. I actually, when I went to order the prizes, some of them were, I don't know why they were down. I don't know if they discontinued with those carriers and we had to redesign. So I had to redesign, but this is the water bottle. Let me tell you something. We put ice in this the day we got it. I put some ice in it and just packed it full of ice and then filled water in on top of it. And it is a little hard. You gotta have, crushed ice to get it in there.
Yeah.
But once you get it in there, you tighten that top down. It is spill proof. I mean, it's got a good seal on it. It kept that ice in this water bottle for 48 hours before it was completely gone.
Wow.
So I was impressed with it. And but I thought that's the end of my shameless plug.
Well, Lloyd, you need to repost your link because the link that you've got in your description doesn't work.
Are you kidding me? It does that every single. I thought I fixed that.
Get the producer on it, Lloyd.
Just like you fixed your audio.
Yeah. Like me, Greg.
Fix the audio, fix the link.
Okay,
Yeah.
excuse us, folks. Lloyd's gonna hyper concentrate here for a couple seconds.
Yeah. I'll get it here just a minute.
So in the
Have you got some
meantime,
home
let's
music, Lloyd?
welcome in the famous Ron Lockwood, who has.
Yes, Ron, welcome.
Who has moved-
Ron, good to see you.
what town are you in now, Ron? You moved recently.
I'm in Wyoming since mid-September.
And what's the name of the town?
It's a little town called Pine Haven. It's
Pine
right
Haven.
on the edge of one of Wyoming state parks. And
It sounds like Twin Peaks. This woody kind of thing.
it is. It's a lot of pine trees, gigantic reservoir for fishing, and it's a neat little area.
Oh, so it does have fish in
Oh, God.
Welcome, Night Train.
it.
Night Train FPV is here too. All right.
And how's the weather out there, Ron, in Wyoming?
And actually, last week it wasn't bad. I actually had a visitor for 5-6 days, and last Monday we were at 8,000 feet up in the mountain, and it was 62 degrees, sunny. We went for
wow.
about a 7-mile round trip hike up through the woods, and was in search of moose. Didn't find any. Found a lot of tracks, but we just didn't see any. She had
No
never.
moose.
Did you find squirrel?
There were a lot of squirrels.
Moose and squirrel.
Moose and squirrel.
Now, Ron, you talk about visitors. You had some visitors right off your deck where you were feeding the deer out of that plastic cup, right?
Yep, that's fact. Here, I can do a little demonstration here.
Hey, Ron, deer come right up to the back deck.
They come right up to me.
They're coming for food.
Look.
There he is. There they are. What is that you're feeding them, Ron?
Corn.
Corn.
So, Ron, which one of those are you going to shoot come hunting season?
I'm not. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, boy, you're just fattening them up." And
Lloyd, you're bad tonight, Lloyd.
Well, you know, I mean,
you got this funk back this week from the COVID. You're all the way back now.
yeah, I'm back. I'm doing good. That stuff kicked my butt, man. I'm telling you.
Yep.
And but
know.
I'm doing Ron Lockwood, you had it. And hey, and don't forget, guys, if you want to see a real good drone show, not that mine's not a good show, it's just not necessarily on drones. The guy down in the corner down there in the far corner over there. Drone Nation, top of the hour, if you want to get some good information. And right there next to Greg. And speaking of Greg, when are you going to start doing Oz by Drone again?
It's a good question. A lot of things have happened, but one of which is potentially moving the studio from where it was. And just let me give you a quick little beta test. There
What's
we
the
go.
beta?
Welcome to Oz by Drone Studios, the big screen in the background.
Don't see it. All we see is you.
See it coming down, Lloyd?
Yeah, it's a screen. That's
Slowly
coming
coming
down.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it was moving too slow. I see now.
Well, kind of like you when you're just walking around.
You know, Judy was telling me something this evening, and she knew what she was talking about, and I was supposed to know what she was talking about. I'm telling you what, I was confused. And she said it was my fault. You know, I don't know if it was what she was saying was confusing me, or if I think I was just confused, and I was just like, okay, that wasn't a wash. But
if she says it's your fault, it's your fault. It's your
well,
fault.
I did. Yeah, and the problem is I know I'm saying this stuff, and I know I can look right over here into my phone camera here and see what, you know, because I monitor what goes on in case she falls or something. I told her the other night, I said, "Dear, you need to scoot over in the bed. You're going to slide out of the bed." I am not. Flunk.
But you were still wrong.
Yeah.
And it still was your fault.
Yeah, I expect to see her showing me that I'm number one in her life on this camera. As soon as she hears that, she'll probably.
Yeah. Look, Lloyd, all I can say is it is important to listen to your wife and, you know, listen to them very carefully. When my wife told me to stop impersonating a flamingo, I really had to put my foot down.
Oh,
God, that's almost like an art joke.
Mm-hmm.
Get the rim shot out, huh?
Oh yeah, and I don't have mine. Oh yeah, Art, where are you with your rim shot?
I'm on delay.
You're on delay. I don't know why they're doing that.
That's not bad for a turkey, you know.
About choked on that one.
Lloyd's still recovering from that COVID. You could hear that in the cough.
Yeah.
To answer your question, though, I haven't got any date in mind, and I'm waiting for parts and bits, and yeah.
All right. Sometime this year, I hope.
We'll see how we go.
See how we go. All right. Well, I'd be honest with you. I kind of miss the show. You know, I miss being part of it. Let's put it that way. You know, because I have a lot of fun when I'm in your show, and so I have fun.
We heard you were the glue that held that show together, Lloyd.
The problem is I sniff enough glue and I just go crazy.
Oh my God, they're getting worse instead of better.
I don't even want to know what you were sniffing there.
Yeah.
We got Northside Hawk Production Tech. I think I said hi to you, Steve. Carpenter and Chris from Sunrise Water Media.
We better watch what we're saying now. Chris is in the house.
Yeah, Chris is going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
toes out, Lloyd.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Yeah,
can I
These
share a bit of a
you
story
know,
with you?
statements kind of come back to bite you.
They do. Yes. Yes. Do what, Greg? What were you
Did I
saying?
share? Did I share a story about a guy who was flying his Inspire and the crash? Did I share that story on
No.
your show last week or the week before?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember
Okay. Look, have you got a couple of minutes? I don't want
it.
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a
We're only
story about
halfway through.
someone-
Yeah.
This is about someone who's using those booster boards that we've spoken about before. And this is an email that he sent to me recently. And he said, guys, you're not going to believe this. I just flew my Inspire 2 10.6 miles away, which is 17 kilometers. And he used one of those NLD booster modules. He didn't lose the video feel at all. So freaking amazing, blah, blah, blah. He says some nice things. But he ran out of battery juice and crash landed about a mile away coming back home. But it was still freaking awesome. Now, I'm skipping a few bits here, and it's a much bigger, funnier story. But he said he needs to work on an auxiliary battery and buy another bird, but he just hopes his wife doesn't read this because she would hunt me down, have me executed, and cut off my balls on the spot. He goes on to say, I don't know what she would do with them, but I'll leave that to your imagination, bro. You and your people have made my day. Have a blessed day. And
Oh,
then
no,
he
we know
sends it
exactly what she's going to do with them. She's going to throw them in a kitchen junk drawer.
Yeah.
It gets better. It gets better. And I'll remove the expletive. Oh my bleep God, man. I laughed so hard when he read that I pasted this email to other people. He laughed so hard, he says, that he farted in front of his mother-in-law's face. He goes on to say, that's so cool, dude. I'm a happy man. It's just like climbing a mountain that you never thought possible. And he goes on and talks about this as well. But it was a funny story. But the moral of the story is, if you're going to go and fly long range, have a plan on where you're going to land. He was doing it in the middle of a desert, so doing it in a intelligent location. But you've still got to make sure you've got someone who's
Got enough
following
battery
it with
life to
you.
get back.
But here's the thing,
Yeah.
he didn't need to get back. He didn't need to crash land because it was in the middle of nowhere. It was in a desert. He could have just flown it somewhere, landed it, and gone to pick it up. But anyway,
Yeah, there you go.
silly mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like you had told that to me, I don't know, right after it happened, but I hadn't,
Yeah.
But we hadn't talked about it on the show because you were talking about maybe getting this guy as a guest on some show or another.
He's making a video.
Oh, is he?
He's doing, I don't think he got the footage of that, but he's going to make a video of a repeat
Right.
once he's got his new bird.
And that will be available. That will be on.
It'll be some time yet because he's got to get new booster boards as well. And
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at any point where that video becomes available, let me know. I'd be glad to show it on here,
Yeah.
or have him as a guest, because
But I had someone else that used them and got 30 kilometers range out of them. I don't know what that is in miles, but that was pretty amazing.
I don't know either. Kai, do you know the conversion?
It's 1.6 kilometers per mile.
18 miles.
Okay.
13 miles?
18.
18 miles.
18, wow.
Wow.
Where's my calculator? I thought I had a freaking calculator around here somewhere.
I do. It's on my computer. I just haven't brought it up.
You could use that drone to take the coffee maker back to Tulsa.
I could have, yes. I could have. I could have flown it all the way right there.
About 30 kilometers.
Yeah, Grant said, 30 kilometers. Grant Smith, who's down in Australia, he also said 18. So
we got some metric experts on here now, huh?
Well, we got people that live somewhere besides the United States or have grown up somewhere besides the United States where they use those funny ways of measurement.
People that are not dependent on the Queen's measurement system. we're an international country down here.
Yeah, but even the Queen doesn't use it anymore. I mean, we're the this is a truly
so
American form.
Of course,
Yeah, no.
We have to get the wisecrack from the penal colonies, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. 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 You know, the convicts down there always have to pop off, don't they? You know?
Yeah.
Talk about popping off when you're talking about penal colonies.
Oh, my God.
Art's good on time. Got the timing down tonight.
So
What's his about 6?
Sport.
Oh,
Just don't add on any Viagra down there.
You got stickers there, Lloyd?
well, no, but I saw stickers. It reminds me, I do have stickers on order, so I will be. But if
Are they
you live in
available
the
for
States,
pre-order?
no, I'm ordering these and I'll give them away. These I ordered like 200 of them to be custom made. So, but I'll have those by March 3rd. But I always wear a flag pin on my hats. I always have. You know, I usually have an Air Force symbol too. Well, I keep losing them. They keep popping off and falling off, and I don't see it. And then I put my hat up, and they fall off, or you know, lay it in the seat or something, and I lose them. So I decided I'm going to order 5 of them just to make sure I have an extra 1 or 2 in case I lose it again. Well, I apparently didn't look. I ordered 50 of them.
Oh.
So if I send you stickers and you're in the States or you would like one of these, I'll probably send you if you want a hat pin, American flag hat pin just like this. I mean, they've got they got the little enamel on them and everything. So they're nice. They're nice or they've got the plastic coat on them. So anyways, yeah, like and welcome to the show. And Bill from Coast to Coast Drones, Johnny Drone Flyer. Boy, I'm just falling down on my job here, ain't I? But
Sorry,
yeah,
we should help you out, Lloyd. It's a panel.
oh, that's okay. Yeah. No, it's okay.
I want to start put this one on my hat now.
Well, you got the Texas flag.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
there
the
you
German
go.
flag.
Yeah, the German flag. Yeah.
Oh, German.
Or should I just?
And it won't cost you a lot of.
That's Berlin.
That is okay.
Berlin Brigade.
Okay. So, but yeah, I ended up ordering, instead of 5, I ordered 50. So I will probably give a few of these away here and there. I'm definitely giving some to the family. Give Mike 49. I want one. Okay. Yeah, I will. If you guys that are in the chat would like one of these hat pins, you know, but when I'll tell you what I'll.
Oh.
Lloyd froze.
Lloyd, you remember
He's just
that
about to
internet
say
box
something
I told
very
you?
good too.
I told you to take that other one back and get a better one.
Stickers in.
Oh, he's doing Matt's headroom now.
Excuse us, folks. Oklahoma Internet's having a little bit of a bottleneck tonight here, but
Yeah.
the sooner they'll
Yeah.
get it figured out sooner.
That's your router
later.
again, Lloyd. You really got to get that router sorted out.
Yeah, then
No, I didn't have.
Lloyd's doing dial-up internet out there in Oklahoma.
I don't know what's going on. That has to be that because, and see, YouTube still isn't.
Signal.
Lloyd didn't pay his American
Yeah.
Online bill this month.
Hey, Kai.
Is YouTube done? Is YouTube dead or is it working?
No, it was fine. It's only
No,
you
we're
that died.
fine. You
We could
did.
see.
Yeah,
we
it's
couldn't
you.
see you.
Okay.
It's you, Lloyd.
Yeah, because I got the what I'm giving away when I get the stickers in. I'll be giving away a Grumpy Vlogger sticker. It'll look that's the logo. That's what it'll look like, except they're 2x2s or something like that. And because Glenn asked that, and when I give away a sticker, if you want one of these American hat pins, just let me know and I'll put that in too. So I'll do that next month. That's Greg's dragging it down with the Apple phone. That's probably what it is. It's that
Your internet just
it's
can't
that kangaroo internet. I don't know why. I didn't have any problems last week.
No,
course,
he's
I-
working fine. You're not. I mean, we can't exactly put on Greg.
Yeah. Don't try to
Okay.
put it on Greg. Greg's looking.
I don't know what's going on.
Clear.
Yeah.
Perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Well, he's not paying enough for his internet.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm paying. First off, I was on. Oh, there we are. I was looking at that other one and wondering now why is there only 3 guests in here? Well, I was looking at last week's because I brought up last week so I could get the link for my merch store.
We had a small show last week. Hey,
Oh, my God.
Lloyd, I got to interrupt here. I got to get run. I got to get over to the Drill Nation,
Yep.
turn the lights on, clean the floor up and everything. Get the drinks
Yeah, you
out
was almost late last week.
So
Yeah. All right, Ron. Well, thanks for
good night.
coming in.
Thanks
You
for
were
having
on.
me on. Thanks everybody for joining us in the chat and on the panel tonight. Good night, everyone. Take care.
All right. Good night, Ron.
Take care, Ron.
Good night.
I'm
There we
gonna
go.
Here too, because I got some messages from family members. I've got to go provide tech support. So
Oh, okay.
you're cheering because I'm going away? Ah,
Yeah, we're
It
rough
wasn't
draft.
me. It wasn't me. That was Art. That was strictly Art. It's good having you on here, Greg. I appreciate you dropping by.
Good to
So,
see you, Greg.
nice to drop by.
Good to see you,
Have a
Greg.
good one. See everyone. Bye.
all right, you take care, mate. All right. So, Ron Lockwood, you kind of walked in the middle of chaos. What's been going on with you?
Working a lot.
Uh-huh.
Have you watched the language for some 4-letter word? This is a famish.
Kai, I wanted to
Yeah,
ask you,
really.
what is the emblem on your hat?
That's my channel logo.
Okay. All right. I couldn't quite see it. All right. Okay. No, I've been doing a lot of hiking. Had a lady friend come visit me last week for 6 days, and
Voluntary or
What?
did you
No,
come
she,
voluntarily or
Did you leave some of this on your dresser?
no, we went and did a lot of exploring around in the mountains, and
She was trying to run away. He was chasing her ass.
yeah, I've been doing a lot of eagle photography lately. Just been seeing a ton of them. The other day I was on my way home and I saw 14 within an hour.
No beaver photography?
No beaver photography. No.
And that's code for she was shooting him the bird as he was taking the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have been putting up poor music playing in the background. Yeah, you have been putting up some good pictures of the eagles that you've been.
Not
Yeah,
bad
I've
for
seen.
you and Anglos.
Yeah. You've. Oh my God, this has been one of them nights. It seems like everything. It started out wrong. I don't know what I did. I don't know why my mic selected something different. I don't, because I was in your show and didn't have any problems yesterday, did I?
Nope, you were fine.
Yeah, yesterday was a season 1, episode 1 of 3 Conservative Gimps.
Yep. We had former Congressman Thaddeus McCotter on the show.
Yeah, always like him on there. So, but yeah, there's myself. There's Art, who is the host, and of course he's
I'm a real
height challenged.
I was born gimp.
He was born a gimp. I became one. I have MS and spent a lot of time in a wheelchair. And of course, Mike Roach, who is a quadriplegic. So, and we're all 3 conservatives. So we were talking about it was last week after your show. We should call ourselves the 3 Gimps or something, and 3 conservative Gimps, and the name stuck.
Yep.
And so he changed Art's place, conservative talk, to 3 conservative Gimps. So, yeah. Hey, if you're gimp, you got to own it, man. That's just all there is to it. I mean, of course, it's obviously, I'm sure there's some gimps, some handicapped, disabled, physically challenged, or whatever PC word they like to use this week that would be insulted being called a gimp. But, I'd rather
Yeah,
be called a gimp than limp.
Just learned something today. Maybe I better not say it on the show.
Oh, yeah. This, as far as the show, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Don't leave us hanging.
Back. The whole LGBTQ something or another.
Right.
There's the AI plus now. I have no idea what that means. Added on to the end of that.
AI plus, is that
AI plus?
Artificial intelligence?
I don't
know. I think a lot of those could benefit from artificial intelligence because their natural intelligence obviously isn't working.
Well. Yeah.
Isn't that PC incorrected? Just asking. YouTube allows just asking, and YouTube allows it. Yeah, they actually. Yeah, they. My earphone was making my ear itch for some reason, but anyway, yeah, they've allowed it so far.
Yeah, that's right. You got to be careful saying things with the algorithms pick that stuff up, don't they?
I find it. Because I watch a plethora of different types of videos. I watch all sorts of music videos. I watch conservative stuff. When you got videos that are nothing but Karens on there, and they've got a half an hour of Karen videos, being called a Karen could be, construed as anti-woman or something, or anti, and I mean, and my God, the Let's Go Brandon stuff, that's all over it. I think YouTube, their algorithm may do something, and they just ignore it, on some of it because we say a lot of stuff on his conservative show and even on this show that the algorithm would probably find it offensive, or somebody would, but. Being conservative myself, it is hard to use YouTube. Yeah, it is because I mean, I think of the Oh, Steve leaving. All right. Good night, Steve. Yeah, I think of that video that Ken Heron showed. About those Karens. I just they're just waiting for a reason to be insulted, or to be, like, oh, poor me.
Yeah.
I mean, my reaction would have been
pictures of children.
I would have looked at her and I said, first off, I don't want a picture of that ugly ass kid of yours. Why the hell? That's what I would have said. I said, hell no, I wasn't taking pictures of that ugly ass kid. I said, I'm going to cut that out of the video when I get home because I don't want pictures of him, and if you were in it, I'd cut that out too. It's probably ruined my camera as it is. That's
I probably should have told him. I think your son rides a little short yellow bus.
Yeah. I would have I'd be like Ken Heron. I'd probably get shot, because I'd mouth off to him. And I said, why the hell would I want pictures of that ugly? I actually wrote in the comments, I said, it's couples like that are the perfect poster child for birth control. They shouldn't have been allowed to. Yeah. Did you see that? They shouldn't have been allowed to breed. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I wrote in it because I mean, they're stupid and, there's stupid and then there's really stupid. And I don't think really stupid should be allowed to procreate. It's just, my opinion. I put that at really stupid because I'm in the stupid category and I it's okay with me, but any lower than me, no, they shouldn't be allowed. Boy, Kai, you're awful quiet, which worries me.
I'm looking for something, but I can't find the damn thing.
Oh, okay. When Kai gets,
you were talking about the Karen. There's a meme out there that shows a restaurant, big letters above Karens. And no, the challenge to or the dare is, go ask for the manager. I dare you.
Yeah, yeah.
Go talk to the manager at Karen's.
Yeah.
See how that works out.
Oh, here in Denver, they have a couple of stores called Cakes by Karen.
Cakes by Karen.
Yeah.
And I expect at some point in time that eventually the women who are named Karen but don't act like that are going to bring a federal discriminatory lawsuit against Karens.
Mhm.
It's going to happen. It's
different name.
Yeah. I mean, Karen's is nicer than calling her dipshit,
Yeah.
which is what I wouldn't call her Karen. I just call her dipshit. But that's me.
Can't insult dishes like that.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's that too. Yeah.
Boy, do you remember a place called Ample Duds?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it
Yeah.
was or where.
Well, it was a store for plus size women.
Yeah.
Here in Denver called Ample Duds. Also known as Denver Roof and Awning.
I was going to say, wasn't that the tent maker's place?
Yeah, the tents and awnings. Yeah, that's
Tents and awnings. Yeah, they're actually Denver. They actually did have a tent and awning place, because when I was a kid, we borrowed from my she's an adopted grandmother, so to speak. We borrowed a tent from her, and we were all camping. It was one of these big, had the pole in the center, and had four. It weighed about 500 pounds. It was one of them huge, heavy army canvas style tents. And my sister and we were all sleeping in. I'd gotten up. I was outside playing, and finally, my sister was the last to get up. Now she's 9 years older than me. But at that point, she was she was like 16, 17. She was about 16, I think. And so she was getting up, and my mom stepped in there and says, or kind of knocks on the tent and says, are you going to get up today? You need to get up and get dressed. Just as she stood up to get dressed, a hole went through the top of that tent, and that whole thing came down on her. And we were camping with some friends from my mom's. So the women got in there and had to hold this big heavy canvas up so she could get her clothes and get dressed. That was the end of the camping trip because we had nowhere to sleep after that. So we went home. But it was like, and my folks felt so bad because it wasn't their tent that they sent it to the Denver tent makers and had it repaired. But yeah. And so that's why I know there's one there, because they had a tent worked on there. But yeah. There she is. She's just standing up, and all of a sudden, this whole thing that the center pole goes right through the roof of it, and it just, of course, that pushed the side arms down because it all collapsed on her. And of course, she was yelling and screaming like she'd been murdered. But that was, the pole was probably about as big around as the bottom of this thing. So it's yeah, that was it. And they had to. Hello, Ray Kelly. Welcome to the show. So,
Hey, Ray.
but yeah, that was our excursion for that, and that's how I knew there was a tent company there in Denver, because that's where they sent it to. So I would never want to camp in a tent again. I'm too old for that.
Question for Art. Art, what airline you flying out of Denver to Florida?
Frontier.
Frontier.
I go to, I fly from Denver to Philadelphia to Palm Beach.
Oh, you're flying into West Palm Beach.
Yep.
Okay.
I just saw this.
Yeah, it's one of the things I'm going to try and do this coming week is finalize my plans.
Oh, so you're going to be down there too, Ron?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to.
Will you be down there?
Am I going down there? I
Yeah.
was planning on it, but no, right now, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I guess Ray
I've
said
got to go back to Germany in October. It's gonna eat up my vacation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Got family back there that needs some help, or just
Well,
going
it's
back
my
for a
dad's
visit?
80th birthday and a few other things.
Oh, yeah. Those are big birthdays, you know. And
Yeah,
how'd you end up here in the States?
my mom called me, last year, and she's like, "Well, I know you want to come over again next year, but remember it's Dad's 80th birthday in October." Hint, hint.
Hint. Yeah.
She wasn't quite that subtle about it, though.
Well, of course not. They never are. You know, mothers are good at that. They have that natural ability to. I mean, my mother was the perfect person to. She knew instinctively when I went out. This was in high school, and of course, at that time you could drink at the age of 18. So she knew we'd been out partying, and she always knew it. And I'd come sneaking in at night, thinking, "Okay, it's late enough. She's gone to bed." I'd step through the kitchen door, and there she'd be standing. And instead of lecturing me about drinking, she just asked me one time, "Have you been drinking?" And no. Because I lied to her like any teenager would, right? Then she'd commence to tell me how bad it is for people to start drinking at a young age. She'd never say that I was lying to her. And there I am holding up the walls, trying to keep from sliding down them. And she spent an hour lecturing me while I was standing there trying to act sober. And then the next morning, my dad would come in like at 6 o'clock in the morning and wake my ass up and say, "We got stuff to do today, boy. You can't sleep all damn day," and drag my ass out. And I was still hungover. They always made me pay because she'd go in there and tell him that I'd come home drunk, and and then he'd drag my ass out of bed at the crack of dawn to go do something that we could have done easily at 11 o'clock.
What was it that I got to listen to? If you can party all night, you can get your ass out of bed early too.
Yeah, that was my dad's point of view. So yeah, it was it was mothers are instinctively good at knowing that kind of stuff. You can't hide it from them, you know. I thought I was doing a perfectly good job. Of course, when I became a parent and had kids doing that, well, I knew what she was doing then because I wasn't fooling anybody. And I think back, I think, oh my God. I tell you, the worst though was I drove home from a rodeo dance. My buddies had decided to use. We had an Olds Super, a 1964 Olds Super 88 with the all electric windows and stuff. And we lived in Grand Junction, Colorado. My buddies thought it would be great to go out and make out with their girlfriends in this big land yacht of ours. So they did. And I didn't have a date that night. I was just, trolling, and well, when I go out there and I'm told I have to move the car because they had all these cars like, you see in those fancy parking lots. Everybody was, jockeyed into little places, and I had to move mine out. Well, they'd fogged up the friggin' window, and it was like, 22 degrees out, or less. It might have even been lower than that. And that fog froze. Well, it takes forever to defrost a window when you fogged up the inside of a window. So I rolled down the window so I can see to back out. And I was a little inebriated. The problem happened when I went to roll the window back up. As I said, they were fogged. There was ice. And when I rolled the window down, the damn ice froze. It got stuck. And I had to drive that friggin' thing home like 15 miles with the window down. Of course, I'm driving slow because I'm got my head hanging out like this, and trying to look out the driver's window and also trying not to look like I was drunk. I became a firm believer in do not drink and drive, but I was young and stupid and, I did what I did, but I always try to be careful. Really as scary as I used to cross a bridge that went over the Colorado River. That probably wasn't a good idea to be doing while I was drinking. But anyways, just as I pulled in to the driveway, the damn thing thawed out enough the window came up. I was sober when I walked in the house that night. Oh my God, that will sober you up quick.
Personally, I hate drinking and driving. You know,
I
you
do too.
always get stuck behind this one asshole that slams his brakes. You slam on yours. Beer goes flying everywhere. The truck
Absolutely.
stays so damn weak.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Just don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
I got pulled over. I probably told this one. I got pulled over coming back from a rodeo, and actually, I was coming back. I dropped this gal off at her house, and I was in between marriages at the time, and we'd all been to the rodeo, and we were coming back. I was coming back, dropped her off, stopped in, had a couple of beers with her, and I'd already had a couple because we'd hit the bar first, and so I'd had enough, and so I'm trying to get back on base, and I'm going the back roads, trying to keep from in. I'll be damned if a damn. And I was reaching. I didn't have my lighter, but I wanted a cigarette, so I reached over to grab the electric lighter. And when I did, of course, I did this with the steering wheel, and kind of did that for a second. Like, oh crap! And then the lights went on. I get out, and okay, And this is down in Tucson, Arizona. Was at Davis Mountain, and the guy says, "You been drinking?" I said, "I had a beer about 3-4 hours ago, but yeah, and other than that," he says, "I don't think that's quite right." And I said, "Okay." He says, "Tell you what, I'm going to give you a field sobriety test." And he says, "I want you to repeat after me." And it was "The rugged robber ran around a ragged roost." He says, "You repeat that and you're on your way." I said, "Would you say it one more time, but just a little bit more slowly?" He said it to me, and that's why I remember it, because to this day, the rugged robber ran around a ragged roost. And I said it clear, and he looks at me and says, "I know damn well you've been drinking." He says, "But man, you can say that faster than I can." He says, "Just be careful. I'll follow you to the gates." And he escorted me back to the gates, to get me on base. It's like, only because, and that's why I remember that tongue twister, because I heard it. I only heard it twice, and I was able to say it, and I shouldn't have been driving. I totally against. I'm dead set against. And boy, my kids would try to do something like that, and I'd ream them a new one. This was back in the 70s. We didn't have any brains back then.
A lot of them still don't today. That's why I have a job sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And I don't know. It was, well, for one thing, like I said, that one time I was driving a Super 88 Oldsmobile. That thing was like, 15 foot long, and it was made out of heavy gauge steel. I mean, it was built like a tank, and of course, and I think we had a couple of friends that died in high school and from drinking, and that pretty much. I think that was the end of my drinking and driving. After that, I didn't, we started getting smart and picking designated drivers, but I still did it once you get away from home, you kind of forget that stuff and you move on. And of course, being in the military, everybody drank. So, but I don't recommend it to any young people that might see this video, like they will. But
I just transported 2 nights ago, 32-year-old with cirrhosis of the liver. And he had what they call esophageal varices, which is the veins in your esophagus just engorge and can very easily rupture. And if they do,
it's all over. Yeah.
32 years old.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind, I don't mind that. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't been drunk in 38 years. We got these little sherry cups. About once every 3 months or 4 months, I'll have one of those of wine, and, but that's all I'll drink. I know when, I now know when to quit, and it's just, that's it, and, but,
was it MD
back in high school?
2020?
No, it's not MD 2020. It's actually, oh my God. Yeah. That's nasty stuff. Yeah, it was.
Everclear?
Oh, I've had Everclear. Yeah, I've had Everclear. Worst hangover I ever got was off of Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill. That about
I forgot about that Mag Dog 2020. Oh,
yeah.
Mhm.
And Ripple, can't forget Ripple.
Yeah.
That's another. It's like Mad Dog 2020. So
what was that stuff, Art? When we were kids, about $1.50 a bottle.
Something like
Yeah.
yeah. And Charles Glusky and Charles
Glusky.
Hatmaker, welcome to the show, Glusky. And did I say hi to Chris Wedgeworth already? I didn't. I don't think so. I know I said hi
that. We
to
had
Ray Kelly.
Murdoch in the house.
Oh, is he? Well, man, I'm sorry I missed him. I'm not paying attention here for some reason.
Oh, you're not.
I am losing it tonight. It's one of them days, you know.
Mhm.
But anyways, well, you know, we've gone over and Ron's show has started. I think I'm going to go ahead and it's time to start shutting down for the night. I appreciate everybody who was here. Kai, I appreciate you being here.
I'm going to do a quick shameless plug for my show for tomorrow.
Okay.
5:30 Central on my channel.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be talking Autel and FPV.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, I will make it a point to try and let's see, you said 5:30 Central?
5:30 Central. Yep.
5:30 Central. All right. So, and I, for some reason, I don't get notification. Is this in your first show? You've been doing these for a while, haven't you?
I'm doing them every Tuesday.
Yeah. For
Oh.
some reason, I'm not getting notifications, so I'll make sure I got my notifications turned on. So
You got to hit that little bell button next to you.
I do, but for some reason, sometimes I don't know.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
It's YouTube. You know, it drives me nuts. So
YouTube
Okay,
moves in mysterious ways.
yes, it does.
Mhm.
And I don't understand any of them most of the time. So, and Ron, what do you got coming up?
Well, going home in a couple days, and I think I'm gonna take some time. I really don't have anything planned, so I'm gonna get my 2 trips for this year finalized. One to Florida and the other one to Alaska.
Okay. Oh, you going back to Alaska this year? Okay.
Yeah, back in August. Yeah, we're going up for salmon and halibut.
Oh, yeah. Gotta stock
Awesome.
up that freezer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Other than that, keep feeding my deer, and you know, I have 9 days off this trip, so.
That sounded like a torpedo attack or something. Well, I appreciate both of you guys coming in and joining me in Art, and I'm not even going to run the timer tonight. My PI, James, you finally,
Oh,
he dropped in just in time to miss it. We're just getting over with the show. We delayed watching and finishing the party around 2 a.m. Was really tough not watching the news, so we were all surprised at the results. Okay. Did anybody that watched it, did it turn out the way? What was the final score? I never did hear with it.
23-20 Rams.
Rams. I knew the Rams had won, but I thought I heard it was real close. So
Yep. Yeah,
So-
it was. And the Rams pulled it out in the end.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, like I said, I didn't watch it, and the only thing I did watch was the commercials that were on YouTube today. So, yeah, that's the only important part to me. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight. Don't forget, Drone Nation is on right now, and I'm going to just go ahead and end the broadcast and be done with it. So,
All right, good night, Lloyd. Thank you. Good night, guys.
night,
good night,
everybody.
Ron. Good night, everyone. Y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.